comer eso quemado.
¿Crees que hay suficiente?
El arzobispo ha dicho algo de obtener más ayuda.
Mire lo que tengo. Un placer hacer negocios con usted, señorita.
No lo sé, pero no es el chico.
Esta selva oculta muchos lugares, incluso ruinas mayas. ¿De verdad? ¡Ja! Sí. En mi juventud logré atravesar las cámaras exteriores. ¡Con cuidado! Mi abuelo decía que los ancianos, los chachapoya, usaban trampas para proteger las tumbas. ¿Ve? Incluso vi los restos de otros cazadores de tesoros que no fueron tan cuidadosos. ¡Esqueletos!
I hope you've shined up those dancing shoes, Manu. I found the ruin. It was Maya, an ancient aqueduct. It was wonderful, just as you'd imagined.
Sabía que lo haría. Tome esto. A mí ya no me sirve. Ahora, cuénteme todo.
The ruins had flooded because of the earthquake. I swam through tunnels teeming with peril.
Maldito pez peligroso. Adelante.
I found a vast cavern and a stone tower with massive heads carved into its sides.
Los señores de Xibalbá, ¿verdad? Increíble. ¿Qué más?
It must have been an aqueduct of some kind. And you'll never believe this. Most of the machinery is still functional. Water wheels 3 men high turned as smoothly as the day they were built. It was amazing to see, Manu. To be so close to all that history where no one has set foot in hundreds of years.
Puedo verlo. Puedo olerlo, sentirlo, saborearlo. Hizo llorar de felicidad a este anciano. No tengo palabras para agradecerle. Quiero que tenga algo.
Manu, I couldn't.
Insisto, por favor. Es la primera reliquia que encontré. Es hermosa y compleja. Un cráneo decorado. Quiero que la tenga alguien que explora con la misma pasión que lo hacía yo en mi juventud. Nunca deje morir su curiosidad ni su capacidad de maravillarse.
I won't. Thank you, Manu. An adhesive made of tree sap and powdered bone hold the jade and other gems in place within the wearer's teeth. A crude drill, perhaps made of obsidian, would have been used to delicately carve out the notches required to hold the jewelry in place.
Es peligroso, hermana. Para ellos y nuestra...
No tenemos dónde más guardarlo.
¿Cuándo terminará Juan de cavar el hoyo para la fogata?
Ya conoces a Juan.
This document outlines the goals and works of the Mission of St. John. In addition to their individual spiritual goals and their outreach programs, the people here are clearly passionate about contributing to the nearby communities. Education, literacy, healthcare, even donating a portion of the food they raise.
Lo sé, es solo que no quiero que nadie se lastime. Este lugar... ¿Por dónde iba? Los mayas... ya lo recuerdo. El santuario imperial por darme la fortaleza para superar mi intuición y por guiarme hasta este lugar. Padre, te pido que bendigas a tus siervos.
Tenemos manos competentes que vengan a ayudarnos a reconstruir. La diócesis envía turistas.
ruego que siembres en mí el más grande amor por Jesús y María. Concédeme de parte de nuestro Señor, purificado de sentimientos mundanos. Hazme digno de estar siempre con Jesús como su discípulo fiel y con María como su hijo devoto, aquí en la tierra y por siempre.
Feels like a mausoleum.
Means we're on the right track, right? Jonah, I feel something. We're getting close. Let's look around for signs of Lopez.
These notes were written by the founder of the Sector 7. They're talking about funds allocated for renovations to the library.
And under his wings you may seek refuge. Under his wings.
¿Qué era lo que estaba diciendo?
I hope you've shined up those dancing shoes, Manu. I found the ruin. It was Maya, an ancient aqueduct. It was wonderful, just as you'd imagined.
Sabía que lo haría. Tome esto. A mí ya no me sirve. Ahora, cuénteme todo.
The ruins had flooded because of the earthquake. I swam through tunnels teeming with peril.
Maldito pez peligroso. Adelante.
I found a vast cavern and a stone tower with massive...
Esta selva oculta muchos lugares, incluso ruinas mayas. ¿De verdad? Ah, sí. En mi juventud logré atravesar las cámaras. Así como...
A heron and an eclipse. 25th of December, 1603. It has been 4 days since we turned away from the city. We traveled in silence and in circles, guided by a confusion of grief, relief, and celebration. Lopez and I exited the jungle and landed in a clearing, under the gaze of several faces carved into the side of the mountain. Lopez had an episode, as he later called it. He threw himself in front of the faces and screamed for forgiveness. The heaviest sin on his heart was abandoning Perez to the strange warriors. They had grown close over the journey. Try as I might, I could not console him, so I built a fire and waited, as he decreed his actions and pleaded for forgiveness from the silent stone faces. "26th of December, 1603. Lopez woke me, having already prepared a Spartan breakfast. This is where we were meant to be, he said, a cold determination in his voice, so very different from how he acted just the day before. I finished my meal as he spoke of holy retribution, how he had acted in error, but now God had put his hands on his shoulders and shown him the path to walk. We will spread the true word of God from this small mission, he said, pointing to an adobe building just beyond the stone faces. We will prepare the path for the chosen one to follow, for only he who does will be worthy of this box. John, son of Zebedee, one of Jesus' apostles, also called the beloved disciple. He and his brother James were known for their impetuousness and temper, which prompted Christ to start calling them Boanerges, sons of thunder. John is credited with writing 5 books of the New Testament, the Gospel of John, the 3 epistles of John, and the Book of Revelation. He's the patron saint of love and loyalty, as well as writers, publishers, and scholars. One of his symbols is a serpent in a cup, which is linked to his patronage of victims of poisoning and burns. The sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. Jonah, those 2 Bible quotes. The sun will be darkened, and under his wings you may seek refuge.
What does it mean?
That's it. Look for a heron and an eclipse. This roughly drawn sketch shows St. John repelling a demon attack. Perhaps they plan to have this as one of the frescoes in the mission. Brother de la Cruz appeared one day, emerging from the jungle, breathing new life into the mission. There were just the three of us when he arrived, and Sister Dorothea had been ill for many weeks. He and his associate began to work that first day. By the next week, de la Cruz had recruited a workforce of 36. They prepared the bell tower and worked the fields, planting crops. Brother de la Cruz aims to make us self-sufficient. We'd spent so long alone out here, I'd worried we'd lose God's ear. Lo and behold, we not only had his ear, but he sent another to act as his hands as well.
Tardaremos eternidades. ¿Cuántos años?
Stone faces weep as Jesus creeps along the dolorous path. Too many died. More will still, and more will still, and more will still. His light leads the way.
Un paso a la vez, un día a la vez.
Como si tuviéramos...
This cross, it looks like it's from the 17th century.